Is your aquarium just plain like this? Or are you planning to put in some substrate? If so, which substrate should you choose? How will you know which substrate is best for your aquarium? Let's find out. Bare bottom versus substrate. A bare bottom aquarium is simply an aquarium with no substrate. The biggest advantage to these types of aquariums is that they are super easy to clean. Since there is no substrate for fish waste or uneaten food to get trapped in, the flow of the water can push the debris straight into the filter. Still want to put substrate in your aquarium? Before we answer that question, let's talk first about different substrates together with their pros and cons. Sand. Sand is the most popular type of substrate most people use in the aquarium hobby. Sand compacts easily, which allows food particles to stay on the surface for easy cleaning. Sand comes in different size particles and many colors as well, like white, black, and brown. Pros. One of the main benefits of having a sand substrate is that they collect waste on top of the sand. This can be easily removed with a powerful filter or a siphon cleaner. A lot of bottom-dwelling fish love sand. These fish species are happiest when they are given the chance to bury or forage for food. Cons. Some plants don't do well on a sand substrate due to the easy compaction of sand, making it harder for heavy root growth to develop. In addition, sand doesn't offer many nutrients for plants to grow in. Moreover, sand is light enough to get sucked up into the siphon along with the detritus, so use extra caution when siphoning to avoid removing too much sand from the tank. Gravel. Gravel consists of stones that range from tiny pebbles to small river stones. It can even be a mix of many different sizes and types of rocks. Pros. Gravel is usually the substrate that many first-time aquarists choose because it's inexpensive and comes in a variety of styles. Gravel is inert, meaning it does not change the water parameters of the aquarium it is in. Some hobbyists prefer a more natural appearance for their aquarium and choose a gravel type that better suits that look. Cons. Some gravel types are sharp and have ragged edges. This can be harmful to bottom-feeding fish because when they swim against these sharp stones and dig their faces to forage for food through them, they can get cuts. Gravel is not the best substrate for a fully planted tank because it does not provide minerals to help plant growth. Because of the size of the gravel, fish waste and uneaten food tend to get trapped in gravel, so it is important to vacuum this type of substrate during routine water changes. Soil. Aquarium soil is typically a clay-based substrate full of nutrients that excel plant growth. Pros. It is the best substrate for aquarium plants and a must-have for a high-tech planted tank. Plants that feed predominantly through their roots will thrive when they are planted in aquarium soil. The sizes of the granules are generally large enough for water to be able to flow through, so it adds a lot more surface area for beneficial bacteria to grow on. Cons. Keep in mind that some aquarium soils can initially release ammonia into the water after being added. It is also a big factor in the growth of algae. These plant-like organisms are unsightly, and most aquarists try to avoid having them in their aquariums at all costs. Fortunately, there is no rule stating you have to pick only one substrate for a tank. Designing the layout of an aquarium is like a work of art. You can be as creative as you want. Now, with the basic knowledge of substrates, you may proceed through the hobby with confidence. Happy scaping!